Sun in Cancer natives have a strong survival instinct.
Ooh.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
Just picture you as a caveman. That's like the first thing that came to my head. Cobble caveman.
Actually.
Hello there.
Hello.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome to
The Actually.
podcast. Woo! Yeah.
Actually.
Woo! Actually. Let's go.
Actually.
Woo!
Actually.
Yeah. It's fine. Actually. Yeah. Woo!
I am not ready for this.
Oh my goodness.
Actually.
With your hosts
The wonderful Cobble.
and the amazing Katy.
Oh, yeah. Actually.
Yeah. Hello.
How's it going? Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome back to the Actually podcast with your hosts, Katy
Wow.
and Cobble.
That's incredible. Wow, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I think I did it in episode 2 as well, and you had the exact same reaction.
Oh, cool. Right.
Yeah.
I have a really good memory. Don't worry about it. I totally remembered.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome in everyone. We're back with another
We are
episode, and it was close. Like
Yeah.
you almost had no episode today.
Yo. Why was that, Cobble? What happened? Tell us.
So after Christmas Day,
Mm-hmm.
I was, we were all feeling good, very nice, and we decided to
Merry.
go. Yes, we were all merry, and we decided to go to Cleo's sister for, to unwind a little and to relax a little.
Yeah.
And our stay got extended
Just a little bit.
by a whole ass week.
Just a small extension.
Because Cleo and I, the day after we got there, or no, 2 days after we got there, we got a positive COVID test.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, obviously all the other ones in the house were also we had given them COVID as well. So we had to stay in lockdown all together. And we celebrated New Year's Eve together because we didn't have any other choice. It was nice though. It was all nice except for, the throat aches and the coughing and the headaches and the fever and the, all the good stuff. All the good stuff.
Joyful. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the Monday after, New Year's Eve, was the 3rd of January, and our Elan Mastai episode needed to go online. So what I did was, because I hadn't uploaded it before, because I thought, I'm going to be back in time.
Yeah.
And what I did was called my parents and my brother, and my dad and my brother drove all the way from their house to my apartment.
That's so nice.
To render the episode and upload it.
That is so cool of them. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Shout out to your dad and brother, because you wouldn't have had an episode last week if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. And because of all of that, and I had to stay in at Cleo's sister's place till the 6th of January, and I still had to work that week, and it was all very busy. Yikes. So now it's literally the Sunday before you hear this episode.
Yeah, you're gonna hear this episode tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So
as we're recording this, it's great.
Yeah, it's
all
fine.
It's under control. We got this. Don't worry about it.
It's all
COVID
good.
can't come in the way of Ackshully yet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We got this under control.
Yes, absolutely.
Just about.
Actually, yeah, it beats COVID. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that was my week.
Time. But I'm glad that you are home and reunited with little baby Bobo, because I know he was staying with someone else, and I'm glad that none of you had it like really, really bad as well. I'm glad everybody is okay
same
as well.
Same. I don't want to imagine the symptoms that I would have had if I wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah, right.
It was like, it wasn't like super bad, but it was very, very annoying. And I still have symptoms, by the way. It's really fun. Like, yeah, I'm still easily tired. Like, I just walked up the stairs at a normal pace. And by the time I was at the top of the stairs, I was like, okay, I need a minute.
Oh, no. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm fine. Other than that, it's all good.
Good.
Yeah. How was your week?
Yeah, my week was good. I streamed on New Year's Eve. I did a 12-hour charity stream, which was so much fun. We talked about it in one of the previous episodes, but I raised money for Safe in Our Worlds, who are a mental health charity in the gaming industry. And I was joined by Nick Apostolidis, who is the voice of Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. And it was so cool. And we raised over £1,200 for the charity, so it was great.
Heck yeah. I'm so
really nice.
Like, I sent it to you that night, I think, or like the next day. Like, I'm so proud of you.
You stop it.
Like, it was such a good stream. Like, I didn't see all of it because I was coughing my lungs out. But like the pieces of the stream that I have seen were very, very enjoyable, and like your chat with Nick was epic. It was great.
It was so cool. It was really nice, and he was so sweet. Like I had it planned for a couple of weeks, but it was still pretty, like, it was within December, so it was still pretty last minute, and like it was New Year's Eve. And he was taking, I think, 3 weeks off of work. He, along with doing like all of his voice acting stuff, he travels to all these different countries and he has a building show called Fixers TV, where he builds like community buildings in other countries and houses and stuff. So he was having like these 3 weeks off with his family, and on New Year's Eve of all nights, like, he was like, yeah, I'm down to do this.
Yeah, sure.
And he also does like he's an artist as well. So he has all of this really cool Resident Evil art that he sells. It's like pencil, like graphite drawings. And he donated a bunch of pieces so that we could raffle them off and help raise money for the charity as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah. He's so kind. It was really great to talk to him, and like the community really enjoyed it because they got to ask him questions, and it was just really nice. It was a really cool way to end the year.
It was good. It was cool. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was good. It was good shit.
I was shitting myself, but I did it. I was like, I did it.
You were probably having the same reaction as when I was like before we recorded the episode with Elon Mastai. I was shitting, actually,
but I didn't have you there to comfort me. I was alone. But as soon as I started talking to Nick, he was super nice, and I felt really comfortable, so it was great. I had a great time.
All good.
Very cool end to 2021, so yeah.
Sorry, I just yawned so freaking hard.
How dare you be tired?
I am sorry.
How dare you, Cobble?
Yeah, I know.
Jeez,
I should be ashamed.
Tired in this economy. I
should be ashamed of myself. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from that, my the rest of my time hasn't been particularly exciting. Just just vibing in the first week of January. I mean, we're like, we got through the first week of January. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, give yourself a pat in the back.
Heck yeah. Let's freaking go.
2022. We're here.
I have something new to share.
You do?
Yes, because I don't think maybe you've seen it on Twitter, but I haven't messaged you about it yet. But yesterday, like literally yesterday, Cleo and I, we were tempted to buy something, and we ended up doing it. And so basically, at Cleo's sister's place, they bought their kids like an Oculus Quest 2, like a VR headset, and we tried it there and we loved it. And
nice.
Yeah, we bought one.
We bought one.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go. That's
It's really fun though. It's really fun though.
That's
I like it a lot.
What are you gonna play on it? What games are you gonna get?
So we already have Beat Saber.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's a must.
That's a must.
Looks very fun.
Like it's really freaking fun and so satisfying as well.
Yeah, it looks really satisfying.
And like there's a bunch of things on our wish list because like VR games are expensive.
Yeah.
And I kind of get it because like it requires a lot of work to like make a VR game that is decent. So there's like a bunch of things on my wish list. Resident Evil 4 is on my wish list.
Oh my, I was gonna say, are you gonna get Resident Evil 4? Oh my god, Cobble.
But first I'm gonna play like the second one and the third one. Before I buy it. Is this a
potential Resident Evil 4 VR stream?
I don't know, because like the thing with VR is that like to stream it to your PC, like you get the first person view, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very nauseating to watch when you're not wearing it yourself, you know? So I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would do that.
I get you. That makes sense.
But
this is the reason why I think I don't know if I could play with a VR headset, because I am very, very prone to motion sickness. Like even playing Resident Evil 7 and 8, they're like the first person Resident Evil games, and I felt sick playing those.
Yeah, I usually I usually play in like half an hour increments. Like I play half an hour at a time and then I stop, do something else, and then I go back. Because like when I go longer, I either get a headache or, I get nauseous.
Yeah.
And like games that have a lot of like you moving around.
Yeah.
With like intense action. That's oof.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Resident Evil 4 is gonna, how that's gonna be.
Not only will it make you feel sick, but it'll be quite scary. I'll say that as well.
Yeah, probably.
But you would get to be Leon.
Yeah, I would be inside Leon.
Oh, I knew you. I knew. Back off. He's mine, okay?
Yeah. So, VR headset stuff. I'm not gonna
nice.
I'm not gonna stream with it, I don't think.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Because
you and Cleo enjoy it to your heart's content.
Exactly. And there's like a bunch of smaller games that we found that we wanna get, but like even the small games like easily ramp up to like 20 euros or 25 euros, and it's hard to justify buying it sometimes.
Yeah. That's exciting though. I hope you'll have fun with it.
Yeah, we're just gonna buy some games like every month or so, like every month a new game, something like that.
If you don't stream it, if you do play a Resident Evil game with it, I request that Cleo sends me a video of you doing it.
Right, okay.
I don't I need to see you playing.
Okay. Maybe I can just like stream me playing it, but like not showing the actual gameplay.
You know what? I would watch
just me in a room Just waving my hands around.
That would be 10 out of 10 content. Like, I would genuinely watch that. It would be so funny.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about people playing VR games. It's just so funny. Like,
yeah,
just
it's really fun. Like, because like I was playing Beat Saber, and I felt so freaking cool. You know. And then you see,
you looked real cool.
And then you see the recording that someone made of you, and you're like, oh, okay, well.
I would love to see that. That's incredible. Very good. That's exciting. Yeah. Let's go.
It's cool shit. So if anyone has VR game recommendations,
yeah.
Yeah.
Send them through.
And I'll check it out.
Yeah. Well, that's all very, very exciting.
Yes. Anything else that you have been through or done, or I don't know?
Not really. I started a new game series, if we're talking about games.
Oh, right,
I started a new game series, which
Devil
is
May Cry, right?
Yeah. It's actually old, but I just got into it because I like to be late to the party. But yeah, I started Devil May Cry, and I'm obsessed already. I don't know if you were there when I said this, but Devil May Cry started as a concept of Resident Evil 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the main character, Dante, was supposed to be Leon.
Right.
But it became its own thing that they decided to they were like, this has to be its own thing. This makes no sense in context of Resident Evil.
And so you also have a crush on Dante now.
Yeah, like, oh my god, yeah. He's like described as Leon's chaotic twin, which is so dangerous for me because I love a chaotic man, and if he's Leon's twin, you know, that's also dangerous. It's a very dangerous combination, but very, very fun games. Like we talked about this in like previous episodes and stuff with related to like streaming and all of that, but I very much want to try like more games and just more things in general this year that I like kind of thought that I couldn't before, because with discovering Resident Evil last year and a lot of the games that I played last year, I always told myself that I couldn't play horror games for a really long time because they're too scary, and I put myself off them, and I missed out on all this good stuff. And like I also looked at Devil May Cry before and was like, I don't think I could do that. It's a hack and slash game.
Right.
But it's so fun. It's so fun. I played it on stream.
Didn't you stream it for like 8 hours while you planned like a 4-hour stream?
I played it for 8 hours straight. The end of that stream, my eyes were bloodshot. I had a headache. Like, I was screeching at a boss, and like all these people who had been like lurking in my stream, like Maddie from like Star Spillers, she was lurking. She was like, "This is just incredible. I am having a great time." I was like, "Oh my god." It was good times. So just like falling in love with new games, but also I also finished The Last of Us.
Yeah,
finally.
The Last of Us 2.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but
you had to recover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like emotionally.
Yeah. So the way that happened was so Cobble let me borrow his Last of Us games, both of them. And I started playing them on stream, and Adam had wanted to play them with me off stream. Like, he wanted to play them. But we started playing the first one together, like, after I finished streaming the first one. And he was like, this is making me a bit anxious. Like, I want you to play it, and I want to watch it. I was like, okay, I'll play it again. I don't mind. And we were enjoying that. So it was, like, Saturday, Sunday, Adam and I were playing the first Last of Us game that whole weekend. We finished it, and we started The Last of Us 2 on the Sunday night, and we got to anyone who's played The Last of Us 2, the start of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then the Monday was my last stream of The Last of Us 2. So I had like a full weekend of playing The Last of Us and then finishing the part 2 on the stream. I was just an emotional wreck. And
shit.
Adam and I haven't played it since because it's like, I need a break. I need a small break from it. It's just a lot.
I mean,
but in
like,
saying that, it's incredible.
It's incredible, yeah.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece. I enjoyed it so much, and like, it's very intense though. Very intense.
It got so much hate, and I genuinely don't understand it.
Me either.
It's so good.
So good.
But
I think it got hate for a lot of wrong reasons, and I don't really want to go into why, because I don't want to spoil. If anyone listening has never played them and you're interested, like, please, they are masterpieces. Play them, or watch gameplay. There's
just a lot of people that played the game, didn't like what happened in it, and then stopped playing and just went on to hate on it on the internet, and like. You're supposed to finish a game before you do that.
Yeah.
And like when you finish the game and you understand all the themes that the characters go through, like it hits hard. It's so good.
The writing is
incredible.
Incredible. It's
It's good shit.
That's all I can say about The Last of Us.
Yes.
Masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
Well, speaking of media that we have been enjoying.
Smooth.
Oh, thanks. We can talk about our movie of the week.
Right. Yes.
What is our movie of the week this week, Cobble?
Our movie of the week is Encanto. Yeah.
I loved it so much.
I loved it too. It was really good. I didn't love it as much as like some of the other Disney animated things or Pixar things.
Yeah. Fair.
But it was really good, especially like the characters.
Yeah.
And the songs.
The songs were great.
The songs slap so
they
hard.
They really did.
But in terms of like the film itself, I thought the last act, like the resolution to the problem, was very on the nose for me. Like it was very anticlimactic in a way for me.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if you also felt that. But yeah, that's the only thing that I like didn't enjoy as much. The rest of it, like it's beautifully animated.
Beautifully, yeah.
Like, what the heck? The voice cast is amazing and did a fantastic job. The songs are great. The lore behind like the ideas presented in the movie is just really cool. It's huge for representation. Yep. So like, yeah, I absolutely loved it, except for, the resolution to like the main problem in the film, which I thought was a bit anticlimactic. But other than that, freaking awesome shit.
Yeah. I just had so much fun with it. I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with it. I think it was just fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. Yeah.
It also just like really colorful and really pretty. Like the animation is just gorgeous in it, and the colors. I was like,
the aesthetic of the whole thing is just like, oh my god, can I live there?
Can I live there? And also, I didn't know. I mean, I should have known, but I didn't know that it was Lin-Manuel Miranda that like did the music.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as the first song started, I was like, "This is Lin-Manuel Miranda." Like 100%. And then I looked it up, and it was like, "Yeah, there we go."
Absolutely.
It's so obvious, but yeah, the songs were great. So good.
I don't know what it is with Lin-Manuel Miranda, but that he like mastermind. Everything he touches turns into gold.
Yeah.
You know, it's good
Songs
stuff.
are catchy, and yeah, the characters are great. Who's your favorite character in it?
Bruno.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Absolutely Bruno.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of love for Bruno on Twitter.
Yes.
And he deserves it.
Me too.
He deserves
I've also seen a lot of like a lot of lewd love for Bruno.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, cuz he's a bit of a silver fox.
Yeah.
A silver fox yep. Yep.
Yep. With his ratties and all.
With his little rats. I was like
right up your street.
Yeah. I was like maybe Remy's in there somewhere,
Oh, there we go. There it is. Yep.
Maybe Remy's in there somewhere. You never know.
Maybe he was. I'll leave that to your imagination. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
I think he was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stop delving into your imagination about Remy. Don't want to go any further.
It was really good. And I really, really enjoyed all the characters.
Yeah.
And do you know who voices Maribel?
Yeah, the actress from B99.
Yeah, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't recognize her at first.
No.
Because like I saw a video like clip of them, like of the actors like performing their voice acting, and I didn't recognize her at first.
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, and Cleo was like, it's her. And I was like, what? What?
It's the way she changes her voice for Rosa in B99, and her whole like characteristic, like her whole like thing she changes for Rosa, and then to hear her in that was because like so different.
in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you feel like that she is Rosa.
Yeah.
Like she is her.
Yeah, she is Rosa.
Off screen, she's totally like nothing like Rosa.
No.
And so like it was really weird seeing her perform that way. But yeah, good shit.
Shows how versatile she is, how talented she is. Very cool.
Good stuff.
Very, very cool. So yeah, highly recommend it for a fun time, wholesome time.
It's on Disney Plus.
It is.
If you're looking for it. I think it's also still in theaters, in some theaters, but with the pandemic going on,
stay at home, stay warm, stay comfy, cozy. Just in your sofa, wrap up.
Yeah.
Put nice little socks on, and look after yourself. Stay safe.
Yeah. And look if you can find Remy in
for fuck's sake
in some of the scenes, and send me a screenshot if you've seen him. Don't
enable this behavior. My goodness. Anyways, moving on. All right. Well, that moves us on to our main topic this week, which I am so excited about.
Which is also a bit like mystical and magical-ish.
Yeah.
Like if
you can say that.
like it's in the same,
It's in the realm. It's in the realm. Well, we are going to be talking about astrology, which is very exciting. Because a lot of people that I know and that are in my community and my streams and stuff are very into astrology, very interested by it. And I have been interested in astrology for years. And to be honest, I just want to read Cobble's birth chart. To be honest, I wanted to read him for filth.
Right. Okay, well, that's honest.
Yeah. But so I am going to say right off the bat, I am not an astrologist. I am not an expert in this topic. I very casually like to learn more about astrology.
And we're just having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun with it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are actual astrologists that are experts that do birth chart readings and all of that cool stuff. There's a big community for it on TikTok and Twitter, which is very, very cool.
Nice.
But yeah, we're not experts. We are amateurs and we're having fun.
Yes. We are very much amateurs. I will say that I have like next to zero experience with astrology.
Okay.
Like I know nothing.
Right. Well, you're gonna learn some shit today.
The only thing that I know is that my sun sign, do you say it like that?
Yeah.
Is Cancer. That's the only thing I know.
That is the one thing that makes the most sense, though.
Yeah. So
makes a lot of sense. Well, so I guess I'll start off by saying that not everybody believes in astrology, but one of the biggest like questions that comes up is like why people are interested in astrology and why it's like such a popular thing. And I think from a perspective of whether you fully believe in it all or not, astrology is really interesting, I think, because people engage in it with the intention of knowing themselves better and increasing their self-awareness. It's like a thrill of self-identification, because when you read your birth chart, I really mean that it does read you for filth.
Okay, well.
And there's a TikToker called Illuminaya, I think is her name, Illuminaya.
Right.
I'll put it on the socials, but she is an astrologist and she makes a lot of astrology content. And she was asked, like, why do people believe in astrology? Why do you think your astrology content is so popular? And she said, above all else in this life, people want to feel understood. Looking at your birth chart and finding things that make you self-actualize and make you be like, wow, that's so true, I didn't even realize this about myself, is very healing for your inner child. So I think even if you don't fully believe in it and you can't really explain, if you do believe in it and you can't really explain the inner fucking workings of astrology, it's still interesting because it's the thrill of self-identification. People always want to see themselves in something. And especially, I think that astrology as well has gained a lot of popularity in the pandemic because a lot of people are looking for reassurance and are looking for maybe like answers about themselves and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's interesting. So I personally believe in it.
I feel very indifferent. Because I also like I don't really know a lot about it, and like I never really dabble too much into it, and so again like the same thing with the paranormal episode that we did. You were a believer. I was, the skeptic. And it's the same here. I'm a bit skeptical.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah. Well, in this episode, we're going to dive into our birth charts.
Yes.
Now, these aren't professional birth chart readings. I do want to say for anyone that is like super into astrology, like I said before, you can get professional birth chart readings that you pay for, and people put a lot of work into them.
Question. How much would that cost?
It depends. It's kind of like freelance rates. It's just whatever depends how much work they put into it, like how in depth the reading is and all that kind of stuff, because they can tell you your placements for your moon and your sun and the planets in your birth chart, but some astrologists can go in really, really in depth. So it just depends what they where they go with it, I guess. But these come from a website called Cafe Astrology, which a lot of people use to find their birth chart. And it gives you your placements, and then it gives you like an in-depth analysis of each one. And
yes, because how many pages was
there? It's very long. Okay, your birth chart is expansive because it gives you a lot of placements. Like, your birth chart is to do with the placement of the sun, the moon, and the planets, and all these other aspects at the time of your birth. Right. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I have picked out, it would be like 15 plus pages of in-depth analysis. So I have picked out... And we
are going to go through every single letter.
No, we are going to go through like pretty much the most popular placements that a lot of people talk about. So we are going to do what everybody refers to as the big three, which is your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. And I will explain which each one of those is.
I was going to say Kevin, Kate, and Randall.
Oh, yeah. I get that now. Oh, my God.
You get that now.
Big three. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
A little This Is Us joke.
That's great. I love that. It was very good. And then we're also going to talk about the Mercury, Venus, and Mars placements as well.
And so I'm guessing you also have like a Jupiter, Saturn.
Yes.
Uranus. Whatever the Pluto.
Yep. You have all of those. There's lots of, we would be here all day, so I have narrowed it down to 6 placements, but these are the ones that people talk about the most, and I think these ones are also some of the most, telling about your personality, and I'll explain why. So starting with the sun, all right, I'll just go through what each of these mean, and then we can talk more in depth, but to give a summary, your sun sign is your overall personality. So it represents vitality, a sense of individuality, and an outward shining creative energy. So your sun sign is the sign that a lot of people will say, this is my star sign, or this is my zodiac sign, because it's like the main one.
The main one.
But I think this is where it comes in, where people don't believe in astrology because they don't know a ton about it, because a lot of people will say, oh, you're I'm a Scorpio, right? They'll say, I'm a Scorpio. They read about Scorpio. They don't relate to it. They're like, astrology is bullshit. But that is one tiny aspect of your birth chart. And for me, I do see myself in my sun sign, but I actually feel more in tune to my moon sign. And you have to understand that all of these things come together in your birth chart to make up like this one thing, which is you. So taking each one with like a pinch of salt, like maybe it doesn't, but when you read further into each one, you might start to see yourself in other placements and stuff like that. So it's not just writing off your sun sign, because what I feel like a lot of people experience is that at a certain point in their life, they might really self-identify with their sun sign, but then another part of their birth chart will become much more apparent at another point. So that's why I think it's really interesting to get like a full birth chart reading and understand the full thing. So yeah, your sun is your overall personality, but then the other ones kind of come in to make it more in depth than that. So your moon sign is your emotions. And your moon sign represents your emotional responses, your unconscious predestination, and your self-image. The moon shows how a person, this is what really interests me about the moon sign, because it shows how a person expresses themselves when at home, at ease, and comfortable. So a lot of people will say that your moon sign is like your true self.
Right.
Because it's who you are when nobody else sees you, when you're at your most comfortable.
Right.
And then you have your rising sign, which those 3 make up the big 3. So your rising sign is your outward appearance or personality, and how you are viewed by others or how you like to be viewed by others, like how you outwardly portray yourself.
Right.
All right.
Right.
You following? You got any questions about those?
Yeah.
You have questions?
No. Well. Yeah. No. I didn't have questions.
Okay. Good. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So the other three, we have Mercury. So these are like a little bit more simple. But Mercury it represents communication. Venus represents your love and relationships.
Right.
And Mars represents navigation through life, action, and physical activity.
Physical activity 0. Right.
Same. Same. So.
Right. Okay. Well.
Those are the ones we're going to talk about, and I've given you your little birth chart stuff.
Yes.
And basically, the way we're going to do this is, Cobble's going to read his sun sign. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to read mine. We'll talk about it. We'll take one each as we go.
Yeah. Okay. It's good shit. It's good shit.
I will say, you have so much Cancer in your birth chart.
Yeah.
And that just makes so much sense to me.
How does that make sense to you? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, people would say, like, "Oh, you're such a Cancer," and I would be like, "I beg your pardon." First of all,
so I don't know everything about every sign, but one thing that I do know about Cancers is they are the crybabies of the zodiac. They're a water sign.
Listen, them crybaby makes sense.
Yes. Cancers are like known to be very emotional, very sensitive, very in touch with their feelings, very inwardly and outwardly emotional. So crybabies. Okay,
well, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I think I've been read enough already.
Great.
Right. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. End of the episode. Let's go.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
Well.
Yeah.
You can start us off.
Okay.
Tell us, Cobble.
Yes.
About your sun sign.
My sun sign is a surprise, Cancer. Sun and Cancer natives have a strong survival instinct.
Ooh.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
Just picture you as a caveman. That's like the first thing that came to my head. Cobble caveman.
Cobble caveman. Yeah. They are protective of those they care about and of themselves too. They are often quite reticent. What is reticent?
Reticent? I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Reticent.
I would say in the context of
Googling?
The context of that sentence is shy.
Yeah.
Maybe shy and reserved.
About sharing their inner selves to the rest of the world. They are often caught up in reminisce. That okay, well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cancers have a reputation for moodiness. Although this trait is most evident when moon is Cancer. Well,
and that's funny because you are also a Cancer moon. Look at that.
Yep. Cancer needs roots. What does that mean?
Like you need like a strong sense of, I think, stability and homeliness.
Okay, well, fuck. Okay, well, oh gosh, okay. They resist change to an extent. Fuck me. I swear.
I'm gonna give you an existential crisis on this day.
This is already reading me like a fucking book. And concern themselves about being secure and safe in most everything they do. Cancers can be quite intrigued by objects with history attached to them, antiques, photos, souvenirs, and the like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you keep a lot of like sentimental items?
Katie, I cried when you sent me the full collection of Cybertops.
Exactly.
I like.
There you go.
Okay, well. Oh shit. Cancer is a very sensitive sign, and they don't always appreciate it when you are blunt with them. That is, oh my god. Okay. Their reactions.
Go easy on the Cancer babies.
Yes, go easy on me, please. Thank you. Their reactions to hurt will depend on how thick a shell they have developed. Most Cancers react by withdrawing or retreating. Oh my fucking god. I don't like this. I don't like this. Some have developed. Oh, fucking hell. Some have developed an ability to manipulate others to get what they want. I kind of had that like with school.
Really?
Like I could really play into my teachers.
Ooh. Interesting.
So, yeah, okay, well, they avoid direct confrontations almost as a rule. Well, fuck you, birth chart. Cancers are, in fact, quite yielding and soft when you have them in the right mood. They are one of the more hospitable signs of the zodiac. Sure, they can be touchy and indirect, but they also are very dependable, caring souls.
Very true. Very, very true. What do you think of that?
That is quite accurate, not gonna lie. That is quite accurate. Yeah. Like, especially like the things about like they resist change to an extent.
Yeah.
That that is like one that hits hard because I've always had a bit of like a difficulty with change.
Yeah.
But not in the sense that most people think. Like I had zero problems moving out of my parents' house and moving like into an apartment alone with Cleo. Like I had zero problems with that.
Yeah.
But like to give an example, when I was in like middle school, like I had to go to like the third year, and the third year was in a different school where, you know, I was going to study drama.
Right.
And I was very, very nervous about that. And that first year, I was not myself at all because I couldn't really deal with like how much my school situation had changed, because it was totally different from anything that I had done in a school before. Yeah. Like it was a totally different setting, a totally different school with totally different rules, because the rules were that there weren't a lot of rules. And yeah, that was very like a very weird experience. And I don't know. I sort of resisted that change a little bit in my first year there, which also resulted in me having to redo that year. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like situational almost, or circumstantial, like you resisted to an extent. Yeah. Which means it's not always the case, but
yeah, and listen, it literally, and I quote, this thing says they resist change to an extent.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it also says, and concern themselves about being secure and safe in almost everything they do. Well,
yeah.
I like being secure and safe in everything I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes so much sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense. As someone
even who doesn't know a ton about astrology, you are a Cancer. Like you are. And everybody that I have said, like everybody that I have told you are a Cancer and they're like interested in astrology and maybe have more knowledge than me, like Lindsay's like really into astrology and they know more about it than I do. And when I told them you were a Cancer, they were like, of course, yeah.
Oh my god! Wait, who have you told? Who do you talk to about me?
Just everyone.
What?
I think I told my Twitch chat once, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Cobble is definitely a Cancer."
I freaking swear.
But it's so funny, right? Because I have read before, and this is something that I don't actually know if is like 100% true, but the Sun Pisces and Sun Cancers are extremely compatible when it comes to friendship. And I read that in certain friendships, it can feel like a friend soulmate. Right. Which when I found out you were a Cancer, I was like, holy shit. And it's like that kind of very, very quick like connection between those two signs. And the other person who is a friend of mine that is also a Cancer is Jessie, and I had the same thing with Jessie, and yeah, I just think that is wild to me.
That is interesting, actually, I will say.
Yeah. So I am a Sun Pisces. I'm a little fish. And yeah, mine is interesting. So let me tell you about it.
Yeah, you go.
So Sun and Pisces people are frequently pegged as wishy-washy, but this is all a matter of opinion. What you will find behind a vaguely directionless, spacey manner is a deep person with real dreams. Their dreams are more than getting that picket fence or making it up the corporate ladder. Pisces are tuned into a higher purpose, and their dreams transcend the individual. A deep love for humanity and compassion that knows no bounds is found with this placement of the sun. Pisceans are not known to be cutthroat business types, nor are they given to throwing themselves out into the world in an aggressive manner. But make no mistake about it, Pisces can be extraordinarily successful when given the chance to express themselves. The arts, marketing, music, teaching, drama, healing arts, these are all fields in which Pisces can find expression. Their imagination, attunement to humanity, and remarkable intuition endow them with enviable gifts of insight and creativity. Which is wild, because I've always been, like, a person who's much more creative than the standard, like, I don't know. Any good at anything else. Pisces is a sensitive sign, both sensitive to criticism and sensitive to others' feelings. Easily touched by human suffering, at least in theory, Pisces wouldn't hurt a fly. They believe in people, are deeply hurt by compassionless human behavior, and have a hard time saying no. Which is,
well, yeah.
Well, I cannot say no to people, so yeah.
Oh wow, the way these are reading us like books. Okay.
Harsh realities are avoided either through escapist behavior or self-delusion.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't have no. No.
It's the delusion, innit?
What do you mean? What do you mean Resident Evil and Leon?
Oh, what do you mean? I don't know. I've never heard of those things. But every now and again, reality does raise its ugly head and hits Pisces over the head. This is a sad time indeed. Pisces retreats into their own world, self-pitying and giving pep talks to themselves. I will never trust again is the example, which that is so me. It hurts. Rest assured, though, that these periods are rather short-lived and even useful. Pisces seems to derive energy from their generally short bouts of self-pity. They come back stronger with a spring in their step, ready to face the world again, and just as, if not more, compassionate and trusting as they were before. Some might even wonder if Pisces finds pleasure in suffering.
What?
I love to suffer.
Okay, well...
Sometimes this is the case, but most of the time, Pisces pulls a lot of creative energy from sadness. Some Pisces find tendency to be late for appointments, spaced out behavior, and absent-mindedness amount to irresponsibility. Pisces would be shocked to know this, however. Who, me? Pisces wonders, irresponsible? I cannot. Pisces suns absolutely care. Their love knows no bounds, but their retreats from ordinary life that they so seem to need every now and again are not always understandable to no-nonsense signs such as Virgo or Aries. Many Pisces seem most allergic to things like shopping lists, maps, directions, and instructions. And for some brave souls, even watches. They prefer to feel their way through life than to follow some plan.
I feel like that is also very much you.
Right. Like that reads me for absolute filth. It said you can't make appointments on time. You're always late. You are spaced out. You're delusional.
Now that I actually think about it, I think I can no longer count on two hands how many times you were late for recording the podcast.
You shut up. I have no sense of time. I'm like, yeah, Cobble, I'll be like 30 minutes, and 2 hours later, I'm like, I'm ready.
Exactly.
Yeah. I am Sun in Pisces. That's like your outward personality, or like your overall personality. Sorry, that's your sense of individuality, and it speaks a lot about your creative energy as well. But probably the most interesting sign to me is the moon sign.
Right.
And it's so funny because yours is also Cancer.
Yeah. It is.
But because it's moon in Cancer, it obviously has different, it has a different analysis to what sun in Cancer means. So tell us about it.
So this is about like the emotions and the self-image and the expression of like who I really am when I'm alone.
Yeah.
That is really deep.
It is really deep.
That is really deep. That is okay. Well, I don't know if I'm ready to be read.
Go on in.
Even more, because like
we're doing it.
What the actual crap? Yeah. Okay. Well. Also, like for like the Sun in Cancer one, for me it said like Cancer is a very sensitive sign, and they don't always appreciate it when you are blunt with them.
Yep.
And that is so true. Hurts.
That is very true, isn't it? Yeah.
Like I don't like it when people are blunt to me. Like I like things to be more, subtly communicated,
Yeah. I would be the same. Even though it didn't say that for me, I would be the same.
Yeah.
I don't react very well to bluntness either.
Yeah. Okay. Moon in Cancer. Let's go. Okay.
Go on in.
Moon in Cancer natives have a large potential to be able to get in touch with the feelings and moods of others. Often, they are quite wrapped up in themselves. Yeah. Okay. Well, their memories of the past are outstanding, especially for all things emotional. I'm not sure if that's something I vibe with.
Really?
I don't know. Do you think so?
Like what particular part?
Like their memories of the past are outstanding, especially for all things emotional. Like that sentence, I don't know.
I mean, I just think about the way that you like talk about when you're a kid and how good you are at talking about all of that and how things like made you so happy when you're a kid, and like how much detail I can see it.
Well, now that you mentioned that, okay, well, freaking heck. Okay. Moon and Cancer people are never detached. They cling to things, their home, and people they care for. Well, okay. Yeah. They seek out security and familiarity in all they do. Yep. Yeah. Okay, could you stop, Ackshully?
He's having an existential crisis right now.
I am. They look for peace and quiet. That is like some people that don't know me might think that I'm always like this energetic, loud, cursed, unhinged person. But when I'm like on my own, I'm actually quite calm.
Yeah.
Calm. Yeah. You are. For instance, like I don't like going out. I don't like partying or whatever. I would much rather just look for a quiet place under a blanket with a book or my Switch or, Yeah.
I think you're very much like an introverted extrovert sometimes.
I feel like online I show like a tendency to like being extroverted, but I'm not.
That's really interesting, because when we get to your rising sign, which is your outward personality, right. You are an Aries.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you'll find out. Aries is Aries is a fire sign. And right. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. Very chaotic.
Okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense.
We'll get to that, but I think it's really interesting that you said that, because we'll get there.
Right.
Interesting.
Right. Okay. So they seek out security and familiarity in all they do. They look for peace and quiet. Their attachment to all that is safe means that they are a little leery for change. What the fuck does leery mean?
Like cautious.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
These peace-loving souls dislike superficiality in all its forms. They are devoted and accommodating. The insecure ones accumulate things in an attempt to feel secure. What does that mean? That last sentence. The insecure ones accumulate things in an attempt to... Things. What things?
It could mean anything, like whatever way you interpret that. Like it could be material things, but it could also be relationships. It could be anything that person that makes that person feel secure.
Right. Well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. All right, on to the next bit. One of the most delightful characteristics of Moon and Cancer people is their loony sense of humor.
You loony sense of humor? No.
I don't know what you mean. I don't have a loony. Okay.
I read that sentence earlier. I was like, oh my god.
These people can be extraordinarily funny.
True. Very true.
I don't know about that one.
Very true.
I don't know about that one.
I know about that one.
Their moodiness can baffle others. Like when they say moodiness, what do they what do they mean, like grumpy?
I mean it could be.
Could it also be angry?
Yeah, it could be like, just like a mood swing in general. Like a heightened range of different emotions.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, because I can get up and, get out of bed and be like the happiest person, and then like one little thing Like I would stub my toe or something, you know?
Yeah.
And I would just be the grumpiest person you've ever met. And like the same thing like with like feelings of anger. Like I have days where I'm extremely irritable and like the smallest things just make me angry.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And often like when I have those types of days, like Cleo is baffled. So their moodiness can baffle others. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But their unique outlook on life is something most people can appreciate.
Yeah.
When treated with tenderness and understanding, Moon and Cancer natives return the favor with warmth and protection. Give them security and you'll take the crabbiness out of the crab.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does that mean?
Because the Cancer sign is a crab.
Right.
Yeah.
What define crabbiness?
Like crabbiness is like the irritability, like the like grumpy side. Like being crabby.
Right,
like,
right.
Grr.
Okay. Like grr. At least for a while. These people are wonderfully dependable overall, despite their occasional mood swings. Make a friend of Moon in Cancer, and you will be taken care of for life.
That's so true.
Is it? I don't know.
Yes, of course it is.
I don't know.
It is very true. It is very, very true. I do think that your Cancer sun and your Cancer moon together just create a book of you.
Yeah, they really do. It's like, okay, well.
It's so interesting. I love it. But yeah, like the I don't yeah. Just yeah.
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, mine is Moon in Aries.
Right. Right.
I don't think anything sums me up more than my Moon in Aries. Like I said, Aries is known as the impulsive, chaotic, fiery sign. The baby of the zodiac. Very there's like a sense of like childishness there as well. It's very interesting. So anyways, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, go for it.
Nothing quite happens soon enough with this position of the moon. There is an inherent impatience with getting what they want. Life is a series of emergencies for Lunar Aryans.
Yeah. Well,
they live in the moment and have a hard time waiting for things to happen. Whims of the moment take absolute precedence in their lives. This is a fiery position of the moon. Even if the sun or rising sign is more low-key, Moon and Aries people possess inner passion and fire. Emotional issues take precedence. There is simply no pussyfooting around it when it comes to dealing with feelings. And in dealing with new sentiments, dealing with sentiments and needs stirs up a huge desire for activity. Moon in Aries has a need for acting out their needs with no time to waste. It is hard for them to see the long term or wait for things to happen. Instant gratification rules.
That is like yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
like I am a very, very, very impulsive, impatient person. I always
to give an example, like this podcast is proof of that. Like we started talking jokingly that we were going to make this podcast, and like literally a week later we had recorded a first episode, and I think I remember me saying like maybe let's start in like August or something. And then you were like, what about next week? What about next week though?
I have just always had this like where it says that I have like Lunar Aries has trouble with the long term. Like, I have always felt that. It's like, for me, the present is always, you know, takes precedence for me. If someone tells me that, yeah, you can do this thing, but it's going to be months away, that really, it like bothers me to my soul. Like, it bothers me so bad. So yeah, the instant gratification thing is like, I need it all now.
Yeah, that is very much you. Yeah. Okay, so continue.
Oddly enough, this is a very defensive position of the moon. These natives take things very personally, and they deal with problems by facing them right away so that they can get on with other things. That is so me. It is unbelievable. If I have this was always a thing, like nothing serious, right? But when I lived with my mum, like any teenager that has lived with parents, like, you know what it's like. It's like, you argue and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and my mom, like, we get on great. I love her. But when I was a teenager, I was a nightmare, and she was a nightmare as well. And we argued a lot. But I could never go more than 5 minutes without resolving it. I had to do it like right there and then. If like Adam and I have an argument or like a little bit of a falling out, which is never anything serious, I cannot go to bed unless it's resolved. I've never been able to. So if I have a confrontation with somebody, or I feel like there's something going on, I need to address it ASAP.
Yeah.
Because I just, it's all I can like think about, and it's, I need, the way it says to get on with other things, I'm like, I can't do anything until that thing is resolved. So that reads me for filth.
Yeah.
Their flare-ups generally end almost as quickly as they started. Lunar Aryans have an unmistakable independent streak. They put themselves right out there in the world and make an impression in whatever they do. Their self-confidence is actually variable. Although a strong personality is projected, Moon and Aries people go through plenty of ups and downs. Their moodiness is not like Cancer or Pisces moodiness. They don't withdraw into themselves or escape the world when they're down. That's kind of contradictory to my Pisces sun, because I do that.
Yeah.
So I think having like a water sign sun and a fire sign moon is very contradictory.
Yeah.
But yeah, instead they are temperamental, which I can be very temperamental. I can be sometimes. Some might say that people with Moon and Aries actually enjoy trouble and confrontations. Indeed, this position is easily bored with environments that are too peaceful. Their homes, especially their childhood homes, are often battlegrounds. They rule the roost, or at least want to.
Is that true for you?
I feel like maybe not as much now,
right?
But it could have been at a point. Yeah. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it, but Katie has a temper. She does. She has a temper. I have a temper, but I something like more so when I was maybe like a teenager, like early 20s, but now I've mellowed maybe a little bit more.
Right.
Moon and Aries people are prone to have plenty of crushes.
Well. Well.
And other short-lived yet intense desires.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that is 100% you.
I don't know what you mean. I've never had a crush on anyone. What are you talking about?
Do I have to start naming people?
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Needs and wants are indistinguishable to Lunar Aryans at any given time. In their minds, what they want is so powerful that it becomes an absolute need. In young adulthood, they can be dangerous with a credit card. Whoever offered the advice to freeze your credit card in a container of water and then let the block of ice thaw before using the card unwittingly had people with Moon and Aries in mind. The whole idea was to see if the shopping whim of the moment would pass by passed by the time the card was ready to use. Still, with this scenario, I wouldn't be surprised to see Moon and Aries hacking away at the ice.
Yeah, that sounds like you too.
That is if Aries actually takes the advice in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that is very much you.
Yeah. So it's like I feel the Moon Aries is very, very, very intense.
Yeah.
And it like lives up to the name of being a fire sign, because Moon and Aries is just fire. It's just fire.
Fire.
And it's almost as if like the Pisces and the Aries and me are just in a constant fight. You know? So yeah, that reads me.
Yeah.
Absolute filth.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting is that your rising sign is Aries.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And that's how you... So the fact that you said that you, like, online, and you're streaming and, like, your online persona, not that it's, like, I don't particularly think that you online is a quote-unquote persona. Like, it is you, because I know you. But
it is me. It's just a different side of me.
Yeah, it's like it's the side that you show to the world, which makes sense. Yeah, and that is basically what your rising sign is. It's what you show to the world. Right. So, take it away.
Okay. Well, here we go. Aries rising. People with Aries ascendants are direct and quick. Their first instinct is to do rather than think. Well, yeah. Planning ahead? Forget it. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done. I think Aries rising simply charges forward without much ado. This position does not make a person aggressive. Forthright, yes, but aggression is too strong a word for these natives. They have a youthful, direct manner that sees what it wants and generally goes for it. At the same time, there isn't any malice in their intent. That it like the amount of times that I've done things that people saw as like malicious that I was like, what? No, I just want to go for it. Yeah. Okay. Some Aries rising people are competitive, but they generally put most of the pressure on themselves.
Oh, really? I would never have thought that about you.
What do you mean?
You put no pressure on yourself.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. These people love to come out ahead in all that they do. I do love that. I will not lie. They get ready quickly, walk quickly, and have little patience for dilly-dallying. Well,
give or take, yeah.
Like sometimes that really depends.
Yeah.
Their temper is quick too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's also quick to disappear. Oh yeah. Rarely do you find Aries rising people holding grudges. That is also true.
Yeah.
I like to give an example. I was like in high school, you know, I had a friend that like we had some issues, you know?
Yeah.
And a few years later, like after high school, we got into contact again. And like I didn't like feel any like, you know, ill wishing, like grudge kind of things for that person. Like, and like they were worried about that, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not someone who can really like really hold on to something like that. You'd have to have done something absolutely despicable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair.
Their mannerisms are rather simple and straightforward. Often Aries rising people are quick to smile and they possess a youthful charm throughout life.
So true.
Well.
So true.
Okay. Well.
Again, it's like I didn't know that your rising sign was Aries till today, but like, yeah, just seeing how you portray yourself. And again, like, I think a big, well, obviously it's true in, you know, there's a lot of content creators who don't portray their real selves online, and like, whatever, each to their own. But knowing you personally, I know that you are very much who you are. But there's obviously like a sense of, you know, like content creators we're all entertainers, performers, basically. And even though it is who we are, there has to be a sense of exaggeratedness to that.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel that very much, like what I do online is me.
Yeah.
But it is an extreme version of me.
Yeah. Which is so valid, which is just, of course. And
yeah,
when I read that your rising sign was Aries, I was like, yeah, because like I said before, Aries is seen as this fiery, childlike, but not always, depending on the placement, like not always malicious and not always aggressive in what you would see a fire sign to be. In this placement, it's actually quite adorable, which is what you are.
Oh, shut it, actually.
No.
Right. Right. Aries rising.
So
this is all very yeah.
It's really interesting, right?
It is really interesting.
It's like, again, even if you don't believe in it, I think the thrill of self-identification in something that maybe you cannot, like, you don't have a logical explanation for it. I think the quote that TikToker said, it's very healing for your inner child. Like, I can absolutely understand that. And that's why I personally really like astrology, because everybody wants reassurance and like answers and like, you know, they want to understand themselves better. And I think for a lot of people, the chance to have that is like, gimme, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah,
your rising.
My rising is Virgo.
Right. I don't know what to expect from that.
Virgo is, so I have read a lot about like my big three, especially the moon sign and the rising sign. And Virgos are very, my mom is a Virgo actually. Virgos are very organized, put together, very assertive, and I think it makes sense that is what I portray outwardly.
Yes, because
inwardly I'm chaotic.
Like whenever you, like, you know, you organize stuff, whether it's like for the stream team or for your own stream or for the podcast, and you prepare something, like it always looks like you've got everything figured out and put together and like you're well organized. And I know you, and in reality you like worked on it like the day before or like the hour before sometimes. It's true. And then there's more about Virgo rising in this that I specifically is just like, holy shit. So okay, here we go.
people with Virgo rising are often a little understated in their personal mannerisms and appearance, although a lot depends on the position of Mercury in the chart. Generally, there is an intelligent and reserved aura about Virgo rising individuals that is unmistakable. These are actually somewhat shy people who need time to analyze things around them before they warm up to both situations and people. This quality can be received exactly as that, or it can be received as rather standoffish, cool, and even critical. One of the biggest personality traits of this position is body awareness. People with Virgo ascendants are sensitive to any discomfort or other signals that their body gives them, which, not to go into too much detail about this, but that is so wild. Considering that I have health anxiety, like that when I read that, I was like, holy shit. that makes sense. Many are especially interested and concerned with physical health, and some are attracted to mind-body awareness exercises such as yoga. You're gonna laugh at this bit. Virgo rising people are actually often rather particular about food. Goodbye. Podcast over. See you later.
Are you particular towards food, Katie?
Although some have good appetites, there can be an unmistakable pickiness about what they put in and on their bodies.
Yeah, okay, well.
See you later. Virgo ascendant natives have a tendency to worry a lot, especially when confronted with new situations. They notice the tiniest details that others overlook, which has always been the case for me. I am a chronic overthinker, and even when it comes to stream stuff, I will talk to my mods, maybe, like, this is just an example, talk to my mods about, something I have planned or something. They're like, yeah, it's great. And I'll be like, but what about this? And they're like, Katie, didn't even think of that. Like, why would that even be an issue? Like, that is 100%. Right. I worry about every single detail of everything all of the time. Mm-hmm. Many people with this position have a tendency to attract or be attracted to people who need help. Their relationships may be confusing as a result. Despite Virgo rising tendency to appear rather collected and professional, relationships can sometimes be messy simply because these natives don't always see their partners and partnerships clearly. There's a quiet charm to many Virgo rising people. Once they have the chance to warm up to new people and situations, you'll find they have a lot to offer. They'll help you out of a jam, go out on a limb for you, and surprise you with a natural modesty under somewhat critical and standoffish manner.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
I love being read for filth on this day.
Yeah,
it's just incredible.
That is, especially the part about picky eating.
Right?
Is
Jesus Christ,
very accurate.
So specific.
That was very specific.
If you haven't already listened to our episode about food, go listen to it, and you'll 100%.
It will all make sense.
So yeah, those are our big three. And when people talk about astrology, they'll, like, if they're asking you your big three, those are the three signs that they'll be talking about. But I've also included three other placements that I think are really interesting. So Mercury is for communication, Venus is love and relationships, and Mars is navigation through life and action and physical activity. So
okay,
tell us about your Mercury.
My Mercury, surprise, surprise, is also Cancer.
What a surprise.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
Go on in.
They communicate with feeling, endearing others with words.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you me at that?
Because endearing others with words You're a writer.
Fuck. Right. They are reflective and have one of the best memories around. Do I have a good memory? I feel.
Yeah, I think you do.
Well, for me, like, good memory is situational. Like, I will not remember like someone asking me to do something.
Yeah.
And I'll forget. But like sometimes, you know, I bring up a memory and Cleo's like, when did that happen? And we're like, we did that together. Do you not remember? And she's like, no. So I guess that might be, yeah. They feel people out and can be quick to pick up emotions and moods. I don't really know about that.
I think you're like, well, with me, I think you're very, you can be very intuitive.
Right.
I feel, yeah, I don't know if that's because we're best friends or I feel like you're a very intuitive person though. Because there's been situations where you're like, this feels off, or this might be off, and then it is. Or, you know, you can sometimes read me. And I feel like you're a very intuitive person.
Okay. Well, we're learning. They are discerning and full of insight, lucid, and think things through. I don't, well, again, like situational. I think a lot of things through because of overthinking and anxiety.
Yep.
But at the same time, I can be quite impulsive as well. So, yeah.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. They like to please and create a good impression. This, oh my fucking God. This reads me like, oh, fuck. Okay. The way I am so anxious all the time about the way that people perceive me.
Oh yeah. I feel that one.
I don't want people to think that I'm like an asshole or something. You know what I mean? Like I get genuinely sad and anxious when I think that. You know?
Yep.
Like, oh jeez. Okay. There can be a strong tendency to be influenced by those around them. I also situational, I feel.
Yeah. Maybe it depends on your closeness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Or how you see them.
Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
'Cause like I don't always have that, but yeah, I do see like how that's a thing for me.
Yeah.
Not always, but like for instance, like with Cleo, I've been influenced by Cleo a lot, but you know, mostly in a good way.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. It I think it depends, like from like person to person.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I have a tendency to be influenced by people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Mercury is in Aquarius. I think it's the only Aquarius placement in my chart, and I don't know a ton about Aquarius, but this is interesting. Not necessarily loud or flamboyant, but she often has a quiet way of stirring others up. May delight in exposing what she deems biases in others' way of thinking. Very quick to contradict others and to offer a different perspective, she often enjoys intellectual debates. which is very true. And I feel like for me, this is one that's situational because I will only debate with people that I'm very comfortable with. If my mum is listening to this episode, she will be like, yup. Because we've had so many conversations about like world issues and like all of that kind of stuff, and being very quick to contradict others and to offer a different perspective is something that I always just try to do anyway, because I feel like, I just feel like education is important, and I feel like, you know, offering a different perspective is important when it comes to conversations of world issues, racism, homophobia,
because if you only look at it from your own perspective, you're not gonna see, you know, certain things that need changing, or absolutely.
Exactly. Which is why I fought with my anti-vax aunt on Facebook. But anyways.
And rightfully so.
Amazing powers of observation and a quirky way of looking at the world. Humorous and interesting. Likes practical jokes and raising eyebrows. Very fair and objective.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Raising eyebrows makes me laugh. Is that because I say some just out-of-pocket shit sometimes? Is that is that what it is?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Great. Perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
that
just
yeah. Oh my god. We are being read today.
We really are. And it's so interesting. And like, again, this is just for anyone that's interested in getting an analysis like this is free, and you can get it from Cafe Astrology, not Spawn. Like, I don't know if they do sponsors, but this is not Spawn.
We should have looked into that before we started recording.
Maybe this is a good idea. But I would be even more interested to get a professional birth chart reading, and I did get one years ago, and I just remember it being like really, really interesting, but I tried to find it, and I think it was done over email, so I think it was sent to an old email address that I can't get anymore. But yeah,
sad.
It would be really interesting, and it's cool that this is it's just free. It's just a free analysis, so again, it's something that you take with a pinch of salt, but if you find that self-identification, it's like, whoa. So
indeed.
The next one is your Venus placement, and your Venus is the planet of love,
right,
relationships,
right.
So tell us about yours.
Right. I'm a child.
Yeah.
So my Venus sign is Gemini. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know a ton about Gemini, so
so we're
tell
gonna
us about it. Explore it.
So Venus and Gemini people will try to win over the object of their affection with witty conversation.
Oh, that is so you.
Yep.
That is so you.
Yeah. I don't like the phrasing object of their affection though. Like that feels very
it's a bit of a weird phrasing.
Like that like object of my affection. I beg your pardon. So displaying just how much they know and demonstrating their diverse interests. Wow. Well, these lovers are playful. Some might even call them a tease. That if you told this to Cleo, she'd be like, yep.
Incredible.
They are hard to pin down, and they resist relationships that promise to become too comfortable. I don't really agree with that one.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Because like sometimes it just like, you know, some relationships feel like easy, and I like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Even those with their sun in Taurus or Cancer, whose outward demeanor may suggest some reserve and caution, will want their relationships to be stimulating and full of conversations with Venus and Gemini. That I can kind of see.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Venus and Gemini people don't want to be tied or bogged down in their relationship. That is very true. Like, yeah, that is very true. I like to still be able to do my own things.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm very fortunate that Cleo's like, yeah, sure, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feel that one. They appreciate lightheartedness in love. That is very much true.
Yeah.
Although they are willing to talk, perhaps endlessly, about the relationship, you may get the feeling that they gloss over some of the deeper issues. Well, okay. No need to be that rude. Fuck you. True though. Shit. Right.
It's so funny hearing your live existential crisis happening. I can just hear your brain. I can hear
it. In love, their tastes often change. It can be hard to know what to expect from one day to the next, or sometimes from 1 hour to the next. I don't really know what that means, but
it can be interpreted different ways, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Pleasing Venus and Gemini involves supporting their need for fun and variety, showing interest in their brain power and knowledge, and giving them space for friends and activities outside of the relationship. That is,
yeah.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see you in that. I'm intrigued to be in Cleo's brain. See how she's like, yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like she would agree with that. I feel like she would agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my Venus is in Aries, which is just exposing. So.
Right.
Venus and Aries people flirt by being upfront, direct, and even daring. They try to win you over by expressing how enterprising and independent they are. Their style of expressing love can be maddingly. How the fuck do you say that?
Maddeningly.
That's it. Yeah, I can't say it.
Right.
Maddeningly. I can't say it. All right. Anyways, that word, me-centered, but the right person for them will find this approach charming. People get turned on by Venus and Aries' aura of innocent charm, even when they're being childish and impatient. Venus and Aries people behave in a childlike, fun-loving manner in love. They are turned on by energy and activity. Turn-offs include a relationship that is considered stuffy or too mature, vagueness, and beating around the bush. In love, Venus and Aries people are hopelessly addicted to the conquest. In order for a relationship to remain fresh and new for them, they require plenty of stimulation. It's just very true. Pleasing Venus and Aries involves fueling their need for action. Be direct, open, and honest with them. They won't much like game playing or evasiveness unless it is in the complete spirit of fun. Feed their need for spontaneity and appreciate their playfulness. Understand their desire for the relationship to remain young and fresh. Aries like to take the lead in love, even if their sun sign is gentle Pisces. Let them, at least most of the time, indulge them their many whims and understand that they thrive on competition even when they're competing with you.
Oh.
Basically, I'm very childish. I'm childish and I need to be entertained.
Right. Right.
So funny. Yeah. I think Adam would be like, yup.
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 Beautiful.
So funny.
Beautiful, Ackshully.
So funny. And it's like, it's really funny because anytime, like any celebrity crush that I have, pretty much they are always an Aries as well. I think I am attracted to chaos as well, but Adam is a Scorpio and he is the exception to my Aries rule. He is the gentle little Scorpion boy that won my heart. He can be chaotic, but in a different way.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The last one is Mars.
A Mars bar. What?
A Mars bar.
A Mars bar.
Now I want a Mars
so,
bar.
My Mars bar sign
Your Mars bar sign
is Gemini.
Yeah. You have so much Cancer and Gemini in your chart.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, because like my sun was Cancer, my moon is Cancer, my Mercury is Cancer, my Venus is Gemini, and my Mars is Gemini.
Yeah.
I don't know about all the rest, but yeah. We should do a part 2 of this.
I mean, we could.
Yeah.
Read the full things.
We should one day do a part 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mars and Gemini. Navigation through life, action, physical activity.
Yeah.
Easily bored. Which, well...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mars and Gemini natives need a fresh change of pace frequently just to keep energy levels up. That is okay.
I think that's even like apparent in your streams. That's why you're a variety streamer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
I need that a lot. Yeah, I just do. It makes sense.
Yep.
It makes sense. That's why I changed up my whole streaming thing, because I needed, freshness.
Yep.
And like, I revamped my stream things again. So,
you did.
yeah. So that's very, absolutely.
Right on the money.
It's a somewhat odd thing, really. When there's nothing much to do, these natives are exhausted. Holy fucking shit! Holy fucking shit! That is so true!
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. Okay.
I also feel that, even though this isn't me, but I'm very much feel that.
But if there's plenty of interesting things on their agenda, Mars and Gemini natives can be powerhouses.
Which is so true for you. Because when you have a ton of shit going on, somehow you fucking do it all. Like,
yeah, I don't.
And I've always said that about you. Like, you just, I don't know. Like, you just fucking do it. You're a powerhouse. You really are.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Even though it might be causing you stress tears behind the scenes.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. More than most people, these individuals have a physical reaction to boredom.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
When I'm bored, I get stressed out.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like I'm doing nothing of value.
I absolutely get that. And I think that is not only a creative thing, but also capitalism.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Besides possessing a passion for words, well... Okay. When Mars... what?
You're a writer.
Yeah. When Mars and Gemini natives get angry or fired up, they use words as their weapon. I'm not sure if that is entirely true. I just, like, when I'm angry, I mostly just yell.
I mean, is that not words?
Yeah, but I feel like words as their weapon, I interpret that as using words in your anger to like hurt someone.
Yeah.
That's how I interpret it. And that's not entirely like the case. Like I feel like that could happen. I would instantly regret it probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Angry words, some of the most incisive and sarcastic ones, can fly around with the more energetic natives. Others simply talk things through energetically. Whatever the case may be, Mars and Gemini natives need to get everything off their chest when they're fired up.
When you fire it up. Would you say that's true? Like you get it all out there?
No. Not really, no.
See, this is like, again, why I think it's really interesting to read your entire birth chart, because some of it will seem contradictory because it was part of yours that said that you retreat into yourself when you are like fired up or upset or whatever. So that could be seen as a contradiction.
But like if you combine everything, it does make sense though.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I've noticed right now. Like there's a few contradictions in here, but if you eliminate one of those contradictions, like because it's overpowered by like a different sign, for instance.
Yeah.
Like then it makes sense.
Yeah. And it can also speak to like different parts of your life as well.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely.
Interesting because you're not always gonna be like the same person all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, my Mars is in Pisces. Back to the fish. So Mars and Pisces people are not averse to playing games to get what they want. Although even they don't always know exactly what they want.
Right.
What?
Well, yeah.
Their desires are changeable and moody, and it's hard to really know where these natives stand on any particular issue. Alternatively, some Mars and Pisces people do take a stand on issues that are Piscean in nature, making compassion and love their mission, which the way I interpret that is like Pisces are very compassionate people and very in tune to like humanity and seeing like different perspectives and situations. And
that is very much you.
Yeah, although sometimes I can be like very wishy-washy on particular things when it comes to speaking about issues like that. I'm very firm in what I believe, so I think that makes a lot of sense for me.
Definitely.
Energy levels fluctuate a lot, coming in bursts of activity followed by inertia. I think that means like tiredness or
yeah
exhaustion or something.
Yeah,
which is so true. It can be difficult to align this ebbing and flowing of energy in the day-to-day world as it is. Finding a job that supports this may be tough.
Well,
that's why I'm a full-time content creator. I work for myself. The happiest Mars and Pisces individuals are those that have a creative outlet that allow them to express their desires of the moment, their compassion, and even their anger freely and imaginatively.
Yep.
Yeah. So much of mine is just like self-explanatory. It just says it like right there. Like that's
it just says it like it is.
Yeah. The thing with like the energy levels, like finding a job that supports that, I think is just like, it makes so much sense for me and the jobs that I've had to where I am now, because even if it's not like physical energy, it's like mental energy. And fuck, I understand that so fucking deeply. It hurts.
Absolutely.
That's why I work for myself.
Yeah.
Which, you know, granted, that could actually be harder, but, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
Pisces apparently likes suffering, so that's what it said earlier, so.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it did say that. It did say that.
So there you go. There's 6 of your placements. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that they're pretty accurate.
Right? It's really interesting. Freaking love talking about astrology.
And like when I listened to what yours said, that all sounded very different from like what, because like usually when I read about star signs and whatnot, like it all sounds like it could all apply to everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this didn't feel like that at all.
Yeah. That's, again, where the misconception comes from, of just looking at your star sign and just being like, this is supposed to sum me up as a person, and it doesn't, when it's your entire birth chart. Yeah. That gives you a much deeper analysis, because it's so specific to like you, basically. So yeah, it's cool, right?
Yeah, sorry, I had to yawn again.
Oh no, how dare you?
Yeah,
tired on a Sunday evening. Can you even believe?
Like, it's the COVID. Like, it really is.
I'm not actually mad at you for being tired.
I know. I know that. I'm
like,
annoyed.
I have COVID, I'm annoyed.
No, I just mean that, like, I'm annoyed at myself for, yeah.
You're annoyed at yourself for being
I'm
tired?
Annoyed with myself. No, you know what? Let's move on. Let's retire this conversation. No.
But yeah, this was so much fun. And
this was fun, yeah.
If you are interested in astrology, again, the website is called Cafe Astrology. You need your date of birth, the year of your birth, the time of your birth, and the place, well, the general location of where you were born.
Yeah.
And if you are interested in astrology, you can tweet us your big 3 if you want. Tell us your sun, moon, rising sign. Would love to know about it. I think this is such a random thing that just came to my head. Emma, one of our friends, Adventures, who's also a streamer, she is a moon Aries and Virgo rising, the same as me. When I told her this, I think it was like one of her streams, she was talking about astrology. She was like, wait, there's so many. She has like genuinely like 5 other friends that have the exact same moon and rising signs. I was what? It's like she attracts these people with these different kinds of energies, like, or the same energy. I was like, wow, I've never heard of that. That's so cool.
Oh damn! Yeah. Would you look at that?
Tell us your big 3.
Yes.
Are you a little fish Pisces, or crybaby Cancer, or what are you?
Yeah, what are you?
What are you?
What are you?
Genuinely though, I love talking about astrology and like learning more about it. And
let us know if we need to do part 2 of this.
We
one
can
day.
continue reading our.
We could just shake out all the planets.
Yeah.
We could bring up all the planets.
Every single one of them.
And every single asteroid and comet and stuff like that. Yeah. That's probably not how it works.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah.
My asteroid belt sign is
Your asteroid belt sign. Fuck's sake. Oh God.
Yeah.
What will we do with you?
Right. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. We really had a lot of fun. You can follow the podcast on Twitter and on Instagram if you want to at Ackshully. If you want to see more of Katy, Katy streams on Twitch. Katy has a Twitter where you can, follow, and an Instagram and a YouTube and all of the things at OKaty, at OKatyTTV. Do
Cobble
the thing.
Also does all the stuff.
Do
well.
I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
you do it really well, actually.
I did not know.
Cobble streams. They also have a Twitter and an Instagram and a YouTube. Your YouTube is back, making a comeback as well.
Yeah, it is.
Cobble wobbles on all of those things.
Yes.
10 out of 10 content, do recommend. Yeah.
I don't know about that one, but yeah.
You shop.
Right. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. Do we need to say anything else? Did we forget something? Do we?
No, I think that's it.
No? Yeah? Okay. Well. Yeah. We're like, just to like, I just want to say one more thing. Sure. Usually we're doing like the whole, this what the next episode sounds like thing, but honestly,
we can't really do that right now.
We really can't do that right now. You may have noticed the last episode, I said that, and then there was no bit of the next episode. Yeah.
Well, let's put it down to, well, I mean, it's because of the COVID situation.
Yes.
But our next episode is going to be about celebrity crushes.
It's going to be about celebrity crushes, y'all.
I think it's our most expertise topic. I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think we're quite well versed in these topics. I have a bunch of those, so. I have, like a scroll, like a scroll, you just throw it down, it unravels, and it goes on for miles. That's me. I'm ready. I was born for this speech. Yes.
All right, let's freaking go. Thank you so much for listening or watching.
Thank you.
And bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.